Hello, my friends. This is Lemma Degefa from Ethiopia. Happy Ethiopian New Year. September 11, 2017, Ethiopian calendar is our new year. I know elsewhere it is 2024. In Ethiopia, it is 2017. So if you happen to come to Ethiopia, you will be about 8 years younger. Would you consider coming and grow younger? We are the young. That's why we are the youngest people on the planet, and also the oldest country in the world. Usually, when there is Ethiopian New Year, I have this habit of sending, New Year wishes and messages to my local friends. And this time around, I decided to go global. So this is for both my Ethiopian and global friends who can understand my, tough English pronunciation. So actually my top kind of subject this time around is growth principles. There are several teachings and solutions about human growth here and there. Usually when I think of growth and success as a human being, I always look around and try to learn from nature, especially from plants, so that my growth aspirations would be natural instead of being artificial. So when you look at plants, they really teach us a great deal about everything basically, but especially about growth. And I have this experience of planting seeds and growing plants in my office and also in my backyard. And in terms of growth, you can simply divide, the plant practice of development and growth and success into two. One is, the life above the ground, which is visible, and the life under the ground or maybe under the water, which is invisible. Um, So it is amazing that plants actually don't chase growth. They attract growth, or in other words, they don't chase success. Maybe bringing forth fruits and visibility and a beauty. They actually attract those things by becoming whom God has created them to be. They have that discipline of growing first and then bearing fruit next. So, if you look at the life above the ground, which the experts in the field call it phototropic, it's about light. That is growth against the gravity of the ground. Coming out of the ground uh, and growing into the space. So by analogy for humans, that would be visibility, expansion and growth. It's about beauty, it's about achievement, it's about the joy of life that we all aspire to experience. It's then, in short, it is about success. But it is amazing how plants always achieve without almost 0% failure rate. The reason is they don't just grow phototropic, but for in order for them to grow phototropic, actually there is another, as the experts tell us, which is called gravitropic. That is the life under the ground. The muddy one, the dirty one, the sending of roots deep into the darkness of the land, of the soil. So for human beings, that could be value. It is the depth of principles of life. It's about faith and belief. It's about morality. It's about character, the invisible part of us, which is the basis for whatever is, everything is that is visible about us. Um, Just as an example, there is this Chinese bamboo. Once you plant them, they don't just show up on the ground immediately. On average, it takes them 5 years to be visible above the ground. All the 5 years, they have this commitment of sending their roots deep into the darkness of the soil, penetrating the stones and the soil and everything else. And then once they grow up, they shoot actually. They grow taller, they grow beautiful, they grow stronger. So because they have the roots already grounded in the soil, they have the capacity to carry that heaviness, that wind that is coming to blow them around, the weight and everything. So they spend some time growing, humble so that they grow visible. So I would love to suggest that among other true growth, lasting growth, sustainable success is grounded in our values. Not really in how much we have, but in how much we have become. True success is attracted, it's not really chased. Otherwise, we become, lifeless altogether. Like the plants send their roots deep. Our choices to be a good human being first. That really is the basis for growth. So becoming somebody that can carry responsibility, the challenges and the opportunities that accompany life. Many people are easily deceived and distracted by chasing the success of life. It could be money, it could be fame, it could be authority, whatever that is, dominance. And then, they end up destroying themselves because they have not developed themselves to be able to bear that responsibilities that comes along. So only when we send our roots deeper, when we grow like the gravitropic growth, only then we can carry, effectively the opportunities and challenges that come with life. It could be money, it could be power, it could be fame, it could be family, it could be anything. Otherwise, we just become simply fruitless and lifeless and flowery and grassy and branchy and shallow. Therefore, my friends, my encouragement to all of us is to grow at the same time both towards the gravity and against the gravities so that we experience holistic growth. So that growth is a two-legged growth, not just one-legged, not just in the sky, but also we are grounded. We have roots, we have values and principles that would guide us to say yes to what we should say yes to and no to what we should say no to. Not to be driven and tossed by the turmoil, by the wind, or by the hurricane of life, but we still stand still and firm as a human beings. Not to just show up like the grasses and be destroyed the next day, you know, but then we keep on growing and moving firmly with due process so that our growth is organic and natural. May God bless you.